If you've been grinding Marvel Mystic Mayhem, you've felt it. The resource walls, the lack of content, the weak rewards. We've put in hours and we know what works and we know what doesn't. So let's break down exactly what's holding the game back. But before all of that, what's up, guys? Master Styles here. Welcome you back to Inside Gaming, your go-to source for all things Marvel Mystic Mayhem. And today we'll talk about some of the issues and concern that players been complaining about, whether it be the resource wall, the lack of content, and of course the weak rewards and daily logins. It's great to complain about the issues, right? But if you complain about the issues and you're not giving solutions, it's realistically not going to better the game. So, first off, the lack of resources, right? We'll talk a little bit about that. It takes a lot to level these heroes, right? You gotta grind through resources. You need coins, you need the XP to level them up, and then outside of that, you also need to level up your highlight cards. Leveling up your highlight cards obviously makes a huge difference. And then beyond that, we also have talents and the artifacts themselves, right? So that's other resources that we're going to need. Another resource we're going to need, which is the biggest concern that most people have, is for the summoning, right? You need keys. We need more keys being pushed into the game. And let's go back to events here. A lot of these events, if you look at them, one key, right? This one, okay, at least this is new. We got a couple keys there, but I need to see 5. Wherever I see 1, I want to see 5. That would be nice, right? You go into this one, same thing, 1 key. This one, I'm not sure if does it give you keys? Let's see. No, it doesn't give you keys. It gives you additional rewards, but I do commend them. I'll give them their props for adding on some later levels here, right? But again, there's no incentive to push, because once you get past level 14 here, there isn't much to motivate you to go to this length, right? Down here, I would love to have seen maybe 10 keys, right? Whether it be 5 great keys, 5 shadow keys, I'd push to go get that, right? And especially for free to play, they're gonna want to push. But there's a lack of that, right? I'm not just here to complain. We're gonna get to some of the solution that could potentially help out. Just going through the lacks here. Now, the lack of content variety, right? Primarily have these 8 different modes here, right? This one, you can say 9 because it switches. That's an additional one. But generally, some of these, you don't even play through some of them. So technically, does it really count? Because you don't really play through them, right? And of course, one other problem is the lack of rewards, right? When you log in, this is it. After you do this takes probably about 5 to 10 minutes, if not less than that, right? I would love to have an incentive to log in, right? Every day. You should have something there that keeps me coming back to the game. And if I don't have a reason to come back to the game, I'm not going to play. And 2, if everything that I need to do in a day only takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes, then I'm gone after that. And I'm not coming back, right? Because again, come on, of course. How can I forget about another problem that we also have is this, right? The energy. I feel like reducing the cost, right? Bring it down to maybe 20, right? That'll be a start in the right direction. Reduce the cost for all of these modes here. And then one other gripe that I have is that if I'm going for unique artifacts or, epic artifacts, I really don't get anything if I clear it, right? Other than the artifacts. I don't get anything else there. I wish I would get something else, so I feel like I put an energy into it, then I can at least get another resource or something along the lines. Yes, these are cool, right? Of course, those are great, but again, that's the reason why I don't push those things, because I'm like, hey, I have to level up my heroes. I have all these other things that I need to go on. But to get to the real bottom of what this conversation is about, right? The events. When it comes to the events, What I would love for them to do, right? Just my suggestion here. For instance, this mode here. We'll start with this one because once I clear this mode, I don't play it again. Yes, it's a week long, but they also have here a leaderboard. What do you get at the end of all of this? Nothing. So to incentivize me to push and for wild play, maybe every 2 days you give me some rewards, right? So hey, if I hit a certain point within a couple of days, a certain amount of points, I can potentially get some rewards, and then at the end of it, I get a bigger reward. That will incentivize me to play, right? Even though it's the same mode, I'm gaining the resources that I need uh, in in a different mode. So again, it's not like you're adding on new content. I know for the people that are looking for new content, we can raise the difficulty, right? If that's the problem, right? But once I clear this, like I mentioned, I'm not playing this again. For this one here, this is new. Let me know if you want me to cover this because I kind of want to make a video about it. But again, is it difficult enough? So if you're struggling with this one, let me know and I'll make a video about it. I haven't even touched it yet. I've seen it. It's great. Love to see that they're actually pumping out new things, right? Same thing again. I feel like once I clear this, I'm not going to touch this again. And I feel like that's the continuous theme that we have going on here, where a lot of the content is like I'll play through it one time and then that's it. There's no incentive to play it again. And I think that's the biggest thing there. We need more incentives to play through these modes, right? And here we go. The PvP. People don't like it. Again, some players say that they would love the ability for you to control your heroes. What I would say to that is that if you want to control your heroes, on the other side, there should be somebody else controlling their heroes. How about that? I think that's the common ground, because other than that, I would rather we both attack each other at the same time. But that's just a solution there. But again, with this one, once I get to 30, I'm done. There's no incentive for me to push this leaderboard here. None whatsoever. Yes, I know at the end, once the new season starts, you get some additional rewards there, but throughout the day and maybe every couple of days, there's no incentive to push. None whatsoever, right? Again, of course, you can complain about the utilization of heroes and all of that, but again, add in more reasons to push. I can hear free to play talking in the background. They're gonna be in the comments talking about, oh well, this is going to make it more paid. But again, to talk about the fact that paid to win, let me just have a conversation. Come in, come closer. Sit down here. Let me have a conversation with those that are free to play. I need people that are free to play to stop complaining about people that pay to win. You want to know why? Because you complaining about people that spend money on this game. If they don't spend money on this game, there's no game. Let's start with that. And two, it's their money. Let them spend their money. It's not coming out of your account, so let them spend their money. But that's all I have to say to free to play. I'm not against it. If you want to play your game the way you play, if you want to spend money, you spend money. If you don't want to spend money, either way, it's fine with me, right? But I just had to get that out the way. All right, let's move on. So for Nightfall, yes, it's the same recurrent bosses, right? Great. Another one, right? We already looked at the new improvements that they made. They added on some addition. I just call it levels. That's just the best way to put it, right? Great, beautiful, new levels, new challenges, right? But big gripe here, of course. As you can see, this is my score. I don't think I'm gonna touch that score again, right? I like that they're showing, what they're running. Love that. That wasn't there before. You can at least see what they ran on the heroes. Great. But again, I can't see the details on this. And of course, this Soul Saga symbol here isn't accurate because every single person have it at 0. Which, how is that possible? How is that possible that these high-ranking players, yes, 5-star Mr. Fantastic, 5-star Gambit, and 4-star Captain America, and it's only at 0 Soul Saga? No. So they missed on that part. But again, love to see that you're showing that there, which is great, right? But again, it goes back to the same thing that I said. I would love to see maybe every other day we get some rewards. That would incentivize me to push, because again, once I get into two between what 1 and 5%, I'm good for the rest of the event. Literally, I'm good. 13 days. I'm not gonna push this no more. There's no reason, right? So on a daily basis, you can add on some additional rewards. I'll even take one key, great key, right? Or shadow key, right? But again, I think that that's what is missing, like logging in a 30-day login event, not event, but just 30-day login, and having that would be great. It would make for a better game. Those are some of the things that I would love to see in the game. Are they trying? Yes, I give them that, because at least they're coming out with new things to say, hey, we're actually trying. The rewards here are fairly decent, not bad. You're getting some gems, but can we make that each? How much of these is there? There's 12. You could have made that. You could have made each one of these 100 gems easily, right? Easily 100 gems. That's XP. That's hero XP and some coins, and 100 gems. That would have been cool, right? And this one, we'll just do one here for the sake of it and see. If you want me to go deeper into this, let me know down in the comments. Now you need to figure out who you want to use against Doppelganger. But it says, wait, who's this coming from? Him? Oh, you have, whose moves are these? Whose moves is that? I might go with Thor. I don't trust Invisible Woman. I just want somebody who has something on them. I don't want to have to do all of that. So let's just slap that on Thor and just see what this is all about, right? And we'll just put it on auto. Wait, what is this? Oh, so you have different abilities plus his abilities. Oh, that's neat. Man, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, right? You get additional abilities. What is this? All right, let's just increase his attack speed. So yeah, well, I'm not even controlling it. That's the playing on auto. Okay, ultimate here. Okay, it's not that difficult, right? Yeah, but I do like that you can get additional abilities though. I think that there, right? That is interesting. Imagine if you could switch out the abilities, right? That'll be interesting. They have the concept here where you could potentially switch out the abilities, and we almost had it there. And I think we're gonna get the, oh yeah, and there's 3 stars here too. Let's see, we're very close. Oh my goodness, we could have did it. We could do it. We could definitely do it. We could get a 3-star. But what do you get for getting a 3-star, anyways? Nothing. Just saying that you got the 3-star. Okay. And is hold on. Let me go back, because I'm assuming that's what's okay. So you do get something, some more. Oh, that's how you do it. So that's how you get the clear the rewards there. Okay. All right. Understandable. Okay. Cool. Great. But the key takeaway from that there is, imagine if you could change the abilities of the heroes. Just down the road, maybe it's an idea. But again, I feel like if we can work on adding on some incentives to play some of these modes, because once I clear them, like I said, I don't go back and play them, right? Even the PvP, I don't attack it daily. I have no reason to push that high, right? Just to say I'm up there. Yeah, no incentives. But again, if you made it this far in the video, the word of the day is more. We need more content, we need more resources, and of course, more incentives to push to higher level. If you're new around here, you want Marvel, Mystic Mayhem, guides, walkthroughs, and of course, hero spotlights. This is the channel you want to subscribe to. For those that are rocking with me, let me know how you feel about the suggestion and potential improvements that we can add to the game to incentivize you to play through some of these modes beyond getting the basic rewards. Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.